2 months ago, I did a video on a project called MagicCraft. It's a Binance Smart Chain play-to-earn game that has been growing very rapidly. It had one of the most successful launches I have seen during this bear market, and it was trending on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, all across the board. So for those of you who aren't familiar, I'll link that video down below. But since we last spoke, there have been a lot of big announcements and big updates for MagicCraft that we need to go over because I've been invested in this project ever since their launch, and I want to share with you important updates as well. So with MagicCraft right now, for those of you who aren't familiar, it's a PvP, a multiplayer online battle action game. So it is a rapidly growing game on the Binance Smart Chain, and it has already launched its beta test of the game, which is really exciting. So currently, if you want to test the game, you're able to. They have the beta testing open, but all you have to do is you click on beta test right there, and it brings you to this: join our VIP beta testing army. There are a couple of requirements and a couple of things you need to have in order to actually play their game, but you need to make sure you're holding the required amount of MCRT and their NFT. You need to visit their beta enrollment page here, connect your wallet. And third thing is you need to, once you have been enrolled, you'll receive an email automatically inviting both Android and iOS users. So there are specific amounts, like you need to have 1 million MCRT tokens, you need to have with their NFT as well. So those are some of the requirements, but I'll link this down below because it's pretty cool in my opinion, and the game has some pretty exciting features to it already. Next thing I want to go over is going to be with this project. When we first talked about it, it was only listed on a couple of exchanges, not really too many, but since then they have done a lot more in terms of listing. You can see the coin's up around 5% just in the last 24 hours, but they've been listed on Huobi Global, PancakeSwap, Gate.io, Radium, MEXC, Bitmart, Bitrue, BitGet, a bunch of others. The big thing coming up though for this project is that they have a potential upcoming listing, which I think would be massive for the project. So one of the biggest exchanges in the world, named Bybit, is currently running this thing called ByVote. And Bybit does this all the time where they're running votes for which projects they should list next on their platform. You could see that Bybit has over 10 million users. They have zero fees on all spot pairs, and potentially being listed on Bybit is a really big deal for MagicCraft. So right now, what you can do and what is going on is that with MagicCraft, coming up on October 27th, 2022 at 3 a.m. UTC, MagicCraft is scheduled for their voting round. It's going to be MagicCraft versus a couple of other potential projects. You could see it's like G-Zone, SquidGrow, and MCRT, which is MagicCraft. So all three of these are going to be competing to potentially be listed on Bybit. The way it works is that Bybit, once you sign up, which I'll put links down below, you need to ultimately deposit USDT or stablecoins into your Bybit account because they're going to take a snapshot of your Bybit account on October 26th at 11:59 UTC, and the more stablecoins that you have, whether that's USDT, USDC, DAI, any stablecoin, the more votes you'll receive. So if you have 500 USDT in your spot account, you'll get 500 votes. This is important because whenever you're voting for any of your favorite projects on Bybit, the more stablecoins you own, the more votes you get. So the voting period for MagicCraft is October 27th, 3 a.m. UTC to October 28th at 3 a.m. UTC. So that is how you can vote. You need to make sure you have stablecoins in your Bybit wallet before October 26th when they take that snapshot, and then the voting starts on October 27th. Next thing with this is, which I find pretty cool, is that with this, when you go to Bybit and you go to trade down to buy votes, you can see all the projects that they are potentially you can vote on to list. The thing with this is that they have these things called prize pools, which you can see for MagicCraft is 120,000. The way it works is you can see this vote hasn't started yet. I tried to click it, hasn't started yet. But with this 120,000 USDT tokens, the way it works is by simply voting on MagicCraft. And if they are listed, you get free money for simply voting on MagicCraft to be listed. You can see right here in this Medium article, MagicCraft talks a little bit about it. They say take part in the prize pool of $120,000 worth of MCRT tokens. And really, ultimately, the formula is going to be that when MagicCraft And if it wins, the airdrop, they'll simply send you tokens, is calculated based off of your votes divided by the total votes times $120,000 of MCRT tokens. So the more votes you have, the more you'll receive during this airdrop. It doesn't cost anything to do. You simply have your Bybit account, you vote on MCRT. If they win, then you get airdropped free USDT tokens. That $120,000 worth of MCRT. So they airdrop you that in MCRT tokens. That is a really, really big deal and something that is pretty cool. So make sure to check that out if you have a Bybit account, because completely free to do. If you don't have a Bybit account, might as well make one. It is one of the biggest crypto exchanges in the world, and they do offer some pretty cool features as well for traders. Last couple things I want to go over with MagicCraft are going to be with their roadmap and things they have moving forward. So with MagicCraft, like I said, since we last spoke, they had a few big announcements. But when you start looking at their roadmap right now, they are in a pretty key phase. You can see right now in 2022, they have already had listing on major centralized exchanges. They've had their gameplay trailer and they've had their closed beta launch for their game. But moving forward, they're going to be having their public beta launch very, very soon, and they're going to be listing on their high-tier centralized exchange, which we've talked about before. Last couple things moving forward is that they have first tournaments coming out in 2023 with MCRT tokens, with prizes in-game. They're going to have adoption to PC and many more things coming up. And like we said in our last video, this project has a really strong community. It was trending among major analytics firms when you're talking CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko when they had their launch. In terms of staking, this project does crazy numbers. It has over 539,319,788 MCRT tokens already staked. That's the TVL. That is insane. And they've been growing just very rapidly because I think of the aspect of their game having really cool gameplay, interesting graphics, and also just being totally transparent with their community. You can look completely at all of the things that have happened in terms of announcements and developments as of recently. You can see with their team, it is fully you see all the aspects of their team right there by clicking on team, fully doxed. You can see all the different people who are part of it. You can also see everything in terms of what has happened as of recently in their Medium page, from when they had this ByVote announcement, when they had the public beta release, when they had NFT auctions on MagicCraft, all the different aspects. So they're completely transparent. So make sure to check out this project. I've been invested in it for a while. The price has come down since launch, which is to be expected. But if you guys did get involved pre-sale when we first talked about it, you made some pretty decent returns since then. And also with their upcoming potential listing on Bybit, that could be another major catalyst. So make sure to check that out. Go and vote on Bybit if you already have Bybit. If you don't, make sure to download it, check it out, and let me know your thoughts.